Hey, sorry. Just got back from my Costco run, you know? Had to stock up on the essentials. Got my toilet paper here and, a jumbo box of
tampons
for my girlfriend. My girlfriend said I can't touch the tampons. Not even for a bit. So whatever. That was a stupid transition, but anyway, I didn't really know how to just jump into it. But on the note of Costco, you may have seen the video going around of this guy in Costco who had his cart taken away from him while he was shopping, and for the stupidest reason ever. Him.
I just put you on my 3,000 follower Instagram feed, mostly locals.
Hi everyone, I work for Costco and I'm asking this member to put on a mask because that is our company policy. So either wear the mask
and I'm not doing it because I woke up in a free country.
So first of all, love Tyson. Everyone loves Tyson. The internet has come to back him. He handles the situation very calmly and very professionally, and I have to applaud him on that because I genuinely don't know what I would do if faced with a situation like this. I mean, probably nothing, because confrontation is scary and it's really easy to just hide from it. But man, behind the camera, I hate this guy.
So either wear the mask
and I'm not doing it because I woke up in a free country.
I woke up in a free country today too, dude. It's, in fact, Tyson woke up in a free country. It's great. Listen, I live in Canada, so maybe I'm out of the loop, and maybe this is a line that people genuinely use as a defense in the States. Living in a free country, I only know it as a meme line from, like, South Park.
I thought this was America! Huh? Isn't this America?
But that's a horrible argument, because it's not, it doesn't defend you. What do you think that means? I mean, it definitely doesn't stand up here, dude. You are in a free country. Yes, Costco is in a free country. You don't have a right to shop at Costco. Costco lets you shop at Costco. That's why I spend money on a membership every year that I use for maybe 3 visits. They get to make their rules and run their company the way they want to run it. And if the most basic rule is that you have to wear a mask in the middle of a pandemic, that's so understandable.
So you're gonna take this cart from me?
Sir, have a great
full
day.
Of stuff.
You are no longer welcome here in our warehouse. You need to leave.
I do appreciate how calm Tyson's being. I wish he'd hit him back with that though. You know, like, I live in a free country. You know who else lives in a free country? James Sinegal and Jeffrey H. Brotman, founders of Costco. He probably couldn't have done that though because I didn't even know their names. I had to Google it and then I still had to read it off a screen because I couldn't remember it. Also, I don't know anything about their lives or their, lifestyles, policies. They might be against the masks too by this point. I don't know, so I probably shouldn't bring him up.
He's gonna take the cart away because he's a pussy little bitch. There he is, walking away with all my stuff. There he goes. Because I'm not a fucking sheep.
Because he's not a sheep, dude. I love that he says he's not a sheep. I'd like to play that analogy, but I want to tweak it a little bit, because if he's not a sheep, I don't really know what he is. I think it works better if everyone's a sheep. It's just some people are following the flock, and some people think they're cool renegade sheep by going their own way, right? So he sees the rest of us as a bunch of sheep just kind of like following this dude with a stick. And he's like, nah, he wants you to do that. That's not good. I'm going to go this other way. When the sheep that doesn't go with the pack is the one that gets attacked by a wolf, right? But in this case, the wolf is COVID-19 or a police officer, because this guy seems like the kind of guy who's going to get involved in a fight he can't handle, and then the police are going to intervene and shoot him. Like, I don't know. I can't just deny that we're all wearing masks just because people told us to, but I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that, because the people we're listening to are experts in the field, right? No one can hold all of human knowledge. It's like a mosaic. Different people have different bits of knowledge, and we use that to learn and grow. I mean, even experts kind of rely on other experts in similar fields, right? I mean, I don't think technology would get so far if that's not how it worked. So it's absolutely okay to look to the consensus of doctors and disease experts when it comes to a pandemic and say, okay, they know what's right. It's the same reason I don't fix my own car, because I didn't train as a mechanic, and I trust that the mechanics that I know what's going on with my car a lot better than me, you know? I don't know why we trust a gecko with car insurance information or a tiger with breakfast recommendations. But I do know that cornflakes are goddamn delicious because they're the experts. Anyway, that is the end of that main video that went around, but the story doesn't actually stop there because this guy went to his Instagram and he posted another video, which of course we'll talk about, but just a heads up, he's shirtless, so it is going to get erotic.
What up, everybody? It's your favorite Reddit public freakout fucking villain, alright? And I'm gonna tell you this. 1, yeah, I'm a little fat, I get that. 2, I've got every fucking right to not wear a mask anywhere because this isn't about wearing a mask, this is about control, okay? And I'm not the fucking sheep. Y'all are the fucking sheeps, every single one of you.
He just jumps right back in with the sheep thing, and it drives me nuts. Dude, who are you listening to, right? Like, he's probably still just spewing rhetoric of other people he's seen online who are also against the masks. He's also just listening to people and following a movement. Even if we give him the benefit of the doubt, right? We say, this guy isn't influenced by other people. You know, he had this thought of his own. He took the time, he thought about it, and he decided wearing the mask was not beneficial and not something he should do. Who is he to make that call? Maybe this is on me for generalizing. You know, maybe this guy went to university and studied medicine and diseases, right? Maybe he did. But if I were generalizing, I would say he... Like, I'm not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I would say, like, he looks like a guy who finished high school and then never went to college and keeps talking about how great high school was and lives in this delusion in his head where the kids that he bullied in high school were actually his friends and they were just palling around, ignoring the fact that the kids that he bullied would probably have to go on to therapy and forever at least have memories of what he did, which affected the way that they grew up and became the people they are today. But that's a generalization, and I don't know. So if this guy is a doctor, then I'd love to hear his arguments. But so far, he's given none.
That dude was hovering over me. He was stalking me. He was fucking with me.
Oh, he was hovering over you, and he was following you? Like, around the store? Maybe it's because you're not following the one rule they told you when you walked in, dude. Tyson is just trying to do his job, man. These essential workers have to comply with a whole bunch of new safety regulations for our safety, to protect everyone. And they're doing that and still being mistreated. Meanwhile, these are the positions that had to fight really hard and trying to convince people that they're worth $15 an hour so they can pay rent.
So if everyone else is wearing a mask, then one person should be able to fly, if anything. This isn't about the mask, it's about control, okay?
No, you know what? There you go. I got an argument from him. That is a good point. If everyone else is wearing a mask, then he is right. One person probably isn't going to make a big deal because the protection should be there, right? Unless, of course, you know, someone else sees it and says, well, I didn't want to wear a mask either, so I'm going to take it off. And then 2 other people are like, well, those guys aren't wearing masks. Why are we wearing masks? And then, you know, another 4 people join in, and then 8, and then 16. And then you basically just create, like, a group of people who aren't wearing masks, but they don't really know why at this point. They're just kind of following like sheep. Also, do you really think you are so unique that you are the only person who has thought about not wearing a mask? No! Lots of people are not wearing masks. You don't have to wear a mask in your personal life. But also, if I go to a store and they say, listen, you need to use the hand sanitizer and wear a mask when you're in here, yeah! It's their store. It's their rules. And those are safety regulations because we are in the middle of a pandemic. It blows my mind that you get triggered by just the simplest notion of, hey, could you please wear a mask?
You need to get that through your thick heads and realize that I'm not the fucking sheep, okay? I was the only one not wearing a mask in that thing. I'm saying that again, okay? The only fucking one. So everybody else is the sheep.
Can you imagine you're like on the Titanic and of course, you know, breaking some rules here, you got your phone with you and you're like filming yourself. And you're like, I'm the only one not scrambling for a flotation device. Look at these sheep running around like their heads are cut off, just trying to get a flotation device. But not me, because I don't have to worry. They think the boat's going down? If the boat was going down, why would the band keep playing? Anyway, we're getting near the end of the video, so let's see how we kind of wraps things up.
Look at your comments. I'm the only one that sticks out from all of you fucking liberals.
He made it political. I don't mind, politics. I don't mind talking politics. I'm not going to shy away from them. It's just, my personal views are that we're all cucks, And the sooner we accept that, we can all just be at peace and live in a cuck nation. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can watch someone else do for your country. Stupid bit. Anyway, that is probably a good area to kind of close out the video. I spent all day being very, very angry about this situation. And then, unfortunately, arguing with people online about it, which I probably shouldn't have, just because it upsets me, the people being ignorant during the middle of a pandemic and just thinking they know better. But then it gets twice as bad when you start harassing essential workers. I mean, I mentioned this earlier, but, I know where I live, we did raise minimum wage to $15 an hour. I don't know totally what the situation is not in Canada, but it blows my mind because, and this might be a little biased, I feel like guys like this who are being so disrespectful and rude to the workers are also the same kind of guys who would argue that the positions we now rely on as the backbone of our society while everything else is closed don't deserve to make enough money to live. That they shouldn't make a minimum wage that can afford rent and food and maybe education. These guys are just trying to live, especially now when they're dealing with all these new rules for our sake. Guys like this should not be able to come in and just be giant jerks. It's unreasonable. And quite frankly, this guy's a jackal. He's a full-blown canid, just an absolute jackal, and I hate the sight of him. Wow, that got really personal. I shouldn't, calm it down a little bit. But that will do it, because I just got to stop looking at this guy's face. But anyways, please stay safe out there, wear a mask, social distance, graze grass, follow the guy with the cane, because you're all sheep. You're sheeple. Thank you, goodbye.